These products sell out so quickly, but fortunately, I was able to get my hands on them to finally put them to work. So today, we're putting YumCar to the test. Today we're going to be doing a full detail on this 2023 BMW X1. This is quite possibly some of the worst bugs that I've cleaned all year. We've got some heavily caked on brake dust thanks to our ceramic brake pads, but on the exterior, a ton of film, road boogers, and dirt that we need to remove. Now, we're not polishing, we're just doing a good old-fashioned wash, clay, and seal for the exterior. On the interior, we have a lot of dust and a lot of pet hair in this BMW carpet. Now, fortunately, this is some of the best carpet to work on. It's actually carpet, but we do need to do a thorough vacuuming, blowout, pet hair removal, and then remove any sort of spots. The carpets aren't too terribly dirty, they're more dusty than anything. But due to the pets, we have some muddy paw prints on our leather and plastics that we need to clean. Now I'm going to demonstrate for you guys how I approach a full detail, and normally I always start off by vacuuming the interior first. If we have a ton of dirt and pet hair, I'm going to do a quick vacuum first, then blow everything out with our mini tornador tool, then come in after blowing and fluffing all of the dirt out of the carpet fibers. Then we'll do a second vacuuming to fine-tune, remove any remaining pet hair, and just leave everything nice and fresh and clean. I've had so much success with the blowout tools that I've actually not had to extract as much as I used to in the past. We do have a funky odor on this interior though, so we're going to assess and see what we need to do to try to remove that odor, as well as clean any spots in our carpets should they arise. But after blowing and vacuuming everything out on the interior, now it's time to get started on the exterior. We're going to mix up our citrus at a 1-to-1 dilution ratio, and we're going to use that to do all of our door jambs and basically touchless clean them by spraying our cleaner, letting it sit for a minute, and then pressure washing everything off. Normally I use a product like Dark Fury, which is super high pH and very caustic. This is much safer but cleaned just as well. So I was actually very impressed, and this has a really refreshing citrus scent as per the name. But we're going to treat all of our side mirrors, front grille, lower panels, as well as our luggage rack to remove any of the bugs, as well as the road film and tar. And you can literally see the citrus dissolving the bugs on the panel. We let that sit for about a minute, and then we're going to come in and pressure wash, and this effortlessly removed those stuck on bugs. Now we did do 2 treatments with this just because I didn't let it sit on there for too long. This was the first time that I was working with citrus. I didn't want it to stain our paint because we're not polishing, but I actually found that this did not damage the paint whatsoever. So feel free to let it sit on the paint just to let it eat away at all of that grime, so then you can save product and rinse all of the heavy dirt and contaminants away with high pressure water. You can literally see the bugs blasted away with high pressure water. This was so satisfying to watch. After cleaning our door jambs and treating for bugs, we're going to move on to our tires and wheels. Got instant purple. A cherry scent. I think I'm smelling it from that. Oh my god. Holy cow. They're just... Alright, you're going to get wet. You got to see this. Look at these wheels. That is a ridiculous amount of reaction. Gonna give them a rinse and see if we can actually budge some of the dirt. What is happening? Okay, these wheels were... Whoa! They were disgusting! And look at that tire cleaner. Okay, I kinda get it now with just those 2 products. What just happened? You can see where I didn't come in contact with cleaner. We still have the dirt. That is a remarkably impressive. Whoa. So clearly, our inner wheel barrels are disgusting from these ceramic brake pads. Look at that, just pouring out. Yo. That is gross. That is a ridiculous amount of brake dust still coming off. So we still have, this is like crusted on there. It's gonna take like, I'm not trying to flick you guys off, sorry. It's my longest finger. So we still have a lot of brake dust like stuck on in the rear divot of the wheel, which I don't know why people buy wheels like that. They are a pain. But what we were able to get off just chemically was extremely impressive. Our tires, okay, we do need to go, I'm gonna say another round because I still had some on my hand. So I don't think because I have to go around these tires a second time that it is not a good tire cleaner. Most tire cleaners you actually have to go around twice to see a lighter colored foam, and you can see after our second time we have white foam. Our wheels, we do have a very intricate area behind the spoke that I can't get at with any of my tools. So we're going to use a microfiber to clean that area a little bit better. Yum wheels, fantastic cleaner. Yum undressed, very impressive tire cleaner. Didn't have a really highly caustic smell, either of them. And oftentimes tire cleaners, those are the ones that kind of make you cough. I didn't have that. You can smell a little bit of that permy smell, but honestly, like a little bit of a fruity smell with our wheels. But all in all, I kind of get the hype just with those two products alone. I get it. You guys were right. They are very, very impressive. I'm not the type of detailer that really enjoys cleaning tires and wheels. They're actually my least favorite part of detailing. But when you have products that not only smell great, give you satisfying reactions, have nice lubrication and cleaning capabilities, it makes cleaning something that's super tedious enjoyable. These wheels did take a little bit more effort to clean. I had to actually get a microfiber just to get my finger back behind the spoke to clean. But just that little bit of agitation alongside of our chemical was all that we needed to tackle some seriously caked on brake dust. Now the rain is starting to come down a little bit more heavily as we're washing the vehicle, so I'm just trying to speed through this process so that way we can get indoors. But for those of you that enjoy cleaning tires and wheels, or you have super neglected tires and wheels, these cleaners are going to be ones that you really enjoy, I think. Now that our door jambs, tires, wheels, and wheel wells are out of the way, we're going to do a foaming pre-soak with their foam soap. I did add a touch of citrus to it just to give us a little bit more potency because we still had quite a bit of dirt on the paint, and I just want to make the contact wash as safe as possible. So we let our foam sit on there, rinse everything off, and with the combination of the two cleaners, we practically had touchless cleaned our exterior paint. I was very impressed with the clinging capability of the soap, really nice fresh cherry scent. But now we're going to use that foam soap in our bucket, and we're going to do a contact wash as well as a clay towel to remove any body contaminants and leave behind squeaky clean, smooth paint. Because of the rain, it is super humid, and some ceramic sealants don't really like humidity. They flash and cure pretty quickly, which can lead to streaks. So we're going to actually use Yum Ceramic as a drying aid. They do have their detailer, which you can use as a drying aid, and it is an exceptionally good drying aid I have found. But it doesn't have much for protection, and I'm a little bit of a lazy detailer. If I can combine two steps, like drying the vehicle and waxing it into one, why not? But sometimes the issue is that you're going to have streaking. Fortunately, with this product, you can have effortless application by just spraying a few sprays per panel. I did anywhere from 2 to 3, maybe 4 at most sprays per panel. Wiped it in with one Diva rinseless towel. I find that they're a little bit shorter, they don't drag on the ground. And then we took a second dry Diva rinseless towel and just gave it a quick buff, and mwah, chef's kiss. This was one of the easiest ceramic sealants to apply when you use it this way. No streaking, insane slickness, very impressive gloss and shine. Looks like I spent a ton of time, and I am literally having a blast jamming out to music in my garage, simply just drying the vehicle. Now, for those of you that already have protection or coating on your vehicle, you can use something like their detailer as the drying aid, but we're going to actually use detailer just to help dial in our door jambs, give us nice slickness, a little bit of boost of gloss, and then we're going to move on to our interiors. Now, full transparency, the first time I used this product, I didn't think it was that heavy of a cleaner, and I didn't know if I really liked the scent or not. It was kind of weird to me. But after using it on this interior, boy, was I wrong.
So I've used the interior product before, and maybe I just didn't use it on the right vehicle, because what I just saw on these leather seats was, quite honestly, disgusting. I didn't think that they were that dirty. The smell is growing on me. It has like an essential oil scent to it, but this interior didn't smell the best. And now it smells really, really great. And honestly, it's not like we don't have a lot of sticky stuff. It's just like some staining on our leather and plastics. Leather. And this is doing a great job at just cutting through everything really quickly and leaving behind just a really clean scent. I'm gonna show you guys real quick on the leather in the back seat what we're talking about. And it's a cloudy day, so it's kind of hard lighting wise to show you guys. But on our door, just how quickly we had staining, we had smudges, maybe a little bit of dog drool, and all of that wiped off beautifully. But let me show you what our Yum interior can do for leather seats, because it's fantastic. It is powerful. It's like literally, like we have a lot of dirt right here. And I'm like barely having to scrub. I'm just kind of going over it. And the dirt is literally melting right off. It just makes cleaning these muddy leather seats a breeze. I've worked with a variety of leather cleaners, and oftentimes, like I want something that's powerful. It's gonna melt the dirt off, but sometimes they damage the actual surface. Let's see, we got, looks like some foot marks or scuff marks. Like literally wipes off as if it's just water. Maybe they have a leather coating on this, or maybe the interior cleaner is just that powerful. But it smells so fresh and clean on this interior now.
What's great about a product like this is that one product can clean practically every hard surface of your interior. We were able to handle makeup stains on all of our steering wheels and buttons, clean all of our plastics, as well as our leather. So you don't need dedicated leather cleaners, dedicated plastic cleaners, one-stop shop with this product. Effortless cleaning, and then what's left behind is just a beautiful, natural, fresh appearance.
Oh, yeah. Effortless. Quite possibly the best leather cleaner I've ever used. Hey, one vehicle though. Gotta keep testing it. So what are my thoughts on Yum interior? Honestly, I kind of regret sitting on it or sleeping on it. I didn't sit on it. I kind of regret sleeping on it because it is an extremely powerful cleaner. It is literally melting dirt off of the surface. I'm not even needing to like really chase it with a scrub ninja or anything. Like it's coming off just with a rag by itself. We're gonna continue to test it, but for leather, you cannot go wrong. Fantastic cleaner. For plastics, for heavy dirt, it is literally just melting off. So, smells fantastic, nice foam, powerful cleaning. What's not to love, honestly? Everything looks like I spent a ton of time scrubbing it. Oh, I'm really doing. I don't even need it. I'm just wiping it down and it's clean. What is this magical elixir?
Tires and wheels might be my least favorite part about detailing, but cleaning glass is a very close second. I have struggled with getting streak-free glass for years and have spent hundreds of dollars trying to find the perfect glass cleaner, when lo and behold, it could very well be distilled water. All you really need to focus on is having high-quality microfibers that are clean. Using Renaissance microfiber wash goes a long way with giving streak-free glass results. But for those of you that are struggling with glass, try distilled water and one of the Mr. Twister towels. You just might thank me later. But here's the finished results of our BMW X1 using nothing but Yum Car to clean this vehicle. From head to toe, we were able to reset all of the issues that we had with this vehicle, from musty odors on the interior, as well as mud and pet drool on all of our plastic and hard surfaces. This interior looks like I spent so much time scrubbing every surface, and all I really had to do was focus on vacuuming and removing the dust and dander, and then wiping all of our surfaces down with the interior cleaner. On the exterior, I had a blast working with their wheel cleaner as well as their undressed tire cleaner. You can see they performed really well. I was blown away with how effortlessly Citrus removed all of the bugs that had been caked and baked on there for months. And then all we had to do to make this paint look so glossy was simply foam on our foam soap, do a contact wash, a quick clay towel treatment, and then after rinsing, dry the vehicle using our Yum ceramic as a drying aid, and we were able to not only increase gloss and shine and slickness, but apply protection to this paint with streak-free results.
So we are finally all done with our BMW. It was an extremely humid, hot, wet, rainy day. And despite all of those conditions, our Yum products worked beautifully. I think, it's hard for me to say which one I was most impressed with. Quite frankly, all of them impressed me. Our wheel cleaner, great reaction, great lubrication, great scent actually, cleaned really well, even just chemically made a big impact on removing dirt. Ton of suds, just really great all around wheel cleaner. Undressed tire cleaner did a fantastic job. We did go 2 times around, but you could tell these tires had not been cleaned in a long time. And it honestly just left a really nice natural appearance afterwards. We put our Car Pearl tire dressing on 1-to-1. They look fantastic. Citrus did a great job at going after the bugs. There were a ton of them. This was probably one of the buggiest cars that I've done this year yet. We did go 2 rounds because you could tell they'd been on there for quite some time, and I didn't want to stain the paint, so I didn't let them sit on there too long. I was being a little cautious, but we sprayed it on, we let it sit, pressure washed it. I didn't have to scrub aggressively to remove bugs. Came off with water alone. It did go after the road film. We even combined our citrus with our foam to do our kind of foaming pre-soak. Did a great job, practically touchless cleaned, and there was quite a bit of dirt, this paint. We did our contact wash, our clay towel treatment, rinsed everything off. We had nothing on the paint, and then we actually used the ceramic to dry the vehicle. Now, I don't know if that's how you're supposed to use it. I know that their detailer, that is how they recommend that you use it, as kind of a drying aid, and it's supposed to increase slickness and gloss, but it's not a very long-term product. I wanted something a little bit more durable, but even when you're using it kind of as a drying aid, it might knock down some of the durability ever so slightly. But regardless, we put it on in extremely humid conditions, used 1 towel to kind of massage it into the paint. And I could see, we kind of had you could see residual water, you could see some streaks. That second towel, we were using the Diva rinseless towels. That second towel perfected it. No streaks, the paint looks like I spent 20 minutes, wax on, wax off. And all I simply did was dry the vehicle. Turned out fantastic. We did use our detailer on our door jambs. Again, just nice lubrication, nice slickness, nice gloss. It's just a little bit of extra cherry on top when you have shiny, clean door jambs. And then we used our distilled water to clean all of our glass. that actually was really, really pleasantly surprising. Worked really great. Most of the time when you have a ton of humidity, cleaning glass can be a nightmare because it just does want to dry. You have streaks, and our glass looks fantastic. I think for me, one of the biggest surprises was the interior cleaner. Literally melted the dirt right off, mud right off of the leather. I didn't have to really use detail brushes, the Scrub Ninja to intricately. The cleaner and a microfiber alone just kind of melted the dirt right off. And it smells really clean on the inside, just like a nice kind of essential oil, maybe thieves smell a little bit. I can't put my nose on it. It's an essential oil smell, but it smells really nice. So all in all, our Yum Care products did a fantastic job. I'm number one to just like get into the hype to get into the hype. Like whenever I see people kind of rushing towards a product, I kind of pull back a little bit. And I'm like, not gonna get sucked in. I'm not gonna be a click follower. But I get it now. I get why everyone loves it. I'm not gonna say that there aren't other fantastic brands out there, but every single product in this lineup, even our citrus, we did that on our floor mats. I had a light stain on my mat, sprayed it on, drill brush, went over it with a microfiber, stain was gone. All of them just worked really well, and it wasn't just one use that I got out of those products. I could use it for a variety of surfaces. So hopefully you guys enjoy a little bit of my experience when it comes to Yum car care products. I get it. And we're gonna continue to play with them, but now I kind of wanna see what more they can handle. So stay tuned if you guys wanna see what can Yum car care products handle. But you can see on a really neglected daily driver, it made it really pleasant, gave us fantastic results. And what more can you ask for? All right, guys, hopefully you enjoy this closer look. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so that way you don't miss out on any of our future details. We'll see you guys in the next detail. Have a great night.